Hi Nathan, thank you very much for your time today and joining us for this podcast of sustainability at your fantastic innovation centre. What a great site.
Absolute pleasure to have you guys here.
Thank you very much. And obviously what we're here to talk about is sustainability. A big subject. I'm sure that you've been involved with a lot of stuff on this. Just really, what does it mean to Nikken?
Well, for Nikken, it's really at the core of what we do. This year's our 65th anniversary, actually, so Nikken's been going...
Happy anniversary!
65 years.
Yeah.
But really from day one, our company mentality, our ethos is all about performance and added value and sustainable manufacturing by increasing performance and increasing accuracy. So all of our products kind of have that at the core, from the very first tool holder that was designed in Japan to the tool management solutions of today. The whole kind of concept really behind all of that is optimization, optimization, optimization to create a more sustainable manufacturing process or environment.
Absolutely. And so I think when we start breaking down sustainability, as I say, we know it's a big subject, and innovation through technology is a key aspect to how we're going to improve and reduce waste. So if we start sort of with the environmental side, how does that help with what you're doing? Is that sort of, obviously reduction in waste, I guess?
Absolutely. So the goal is for us to reduce environmental impact entirely. There's a finite amount of resource, on the globe or the planet.
Yep.
For us, if we can improve performance, so good example, take a tool holder. It's removing metal. Run out is key. So if we can reduce run out, and if we can have a strong gripping force, so a high performance chuck, you can push that chuck harder and you can push the process faster. So that there are two things. If you reduce your run out, your tool wear is drastically reduced. And we've got data on that to say go from 21 microns down to 3 microns, you get up to 5 times the tool life. Okay. So you're going to burn through a fifth, in theory, as much carbide. Wow. Less carbide is less digging it out of the ground and less waste.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I guess with that as well, with your machining techniques, that it gives you a better ability to high-speed machine or heavier chip removal rate, and therefore making the resource on the machine less power requirement, really, I guess, overall, because you'll be machining something that much faster as well.
Absolutely. And run out again, reduce the run out, you reduce the load on that spindle. But also, if you can push the process faster and produce your quota of parts quicker, your machine's not on for as long.
No, exactly.
So, you're not then burning through energy. And I think we all know from our gas prices and electric prices at home.
It's a key thing now, isn't it? Especially with energy, we're starting to dig down and look at pump usage. Obviously, we get going. Thank you very much. Obviously, you're using the coolant saver as well.
Of course.
Obviously, been saving coolant, and which is great. Just one aspect of it, but so reducing the wastage of energy. These pumps are on all day on these machines when they're running in production.
They are.
If we can use them better and more smarter, we're going to enhance less power requirements. Just use them when they need, maybe high pressure, and turn it off when it's not being used, and standard pumps. And
exactly,
stuff like that.
And it's something that we try and do through our tool management as well, is to actually log what's being used and how it's being used, so that we can very quickly start to identify increases in usage or areas where we've got poor tool life, for example, and we can start to analyse that, just like the power on the machine tools. Similarly with our rotary tables, we do power monitoring and uptime monitoring. So,
and these are one of the KPIs that's obviously key when looking at carbon footprint reductions. And we look at that. Obviously, we're trying to reduce cycle times, make things faster, quicker, more, and get our sort of reduce the cost per component. But just important now for sustainability is that we can also reduce the carbon footprint with the right techniques and so forth. That's obviously going to be key as well.
But if you can reduce your usage internally, you're reducing even the amount of lorries on the road, the amount of deliveries of raw materials and of those tools, for example. So everything has this knock-on effect, and not least reducing cost at the same time. Sustainability is key.
And I think that's sort of the key thing with this sustainability. People get sort of it's the environment thing now. We've got to turn machines, but it isn't about that, is it? It's really, I guess what a lot of the podcasts is the feeling is the investment in better technology is going to be the breakthrough, and actually being able to measure, with some of the fantastic machines here you have with the great products, with the tool holding, rotary tables, and even measurement, and presetting and stuff like that. That will all help with the reduction in that carbon footprint as well.
If you take a sort of holistic view of your shop floor, so don't just focus on what's inside the machine tool, but everything around it. You use techniques for management, tooling management. You very quickly start to realise it's not about one item and the one-off cost. So I always say, if you're looking at tool holding, for example, that tool holder has a life, and there's an amount of consumable that goes through that. So look at the whole picture, not just a one-off cost of this tool holder versus that, but have a look at that ongoing cost, or that ongoing usage. And same with coolant.
Yeah, absolutely. As I say, it's such a vital part. Resource neat oil now. Managing your oils and coolant is critical. It's part, and I think that's what I'm seeing here is you're looking at everything from the end of the tool all the way through. So the whole topography, top downwards, from the machine type as well. I guess you can select a machine that's suitable for a component. And recommend the whole thing.
I think if you don't look at the whole picture, then you're always going to find a weak link. Yeah. You're always going to find something. You'll optimize one part and something else will be playing catch up. So we're getting into this sort of advanced technology and advanced engineering where you've got to take that holistic view. And I like to think that's something that we can show here, to prospective customers, our existing customers, partners. We don't just preach this. This is a place, hopefully, where you can come and see it and
I think
test it.
For me, it's so exciting to see places, like this technology. I love this kind of engineering and showing the benefits. Really, I think that's the other thing we talk about with the sustainability is we've got the environment aspect, of course, reducing carbon footprint, wastage, energy. Even paper digitalisation helps.
Yeah.
But all the way through, obviously, then we get to the economy side, making products faster, going to make profit. We still got to do that, of course,
Of course.
That's key. But then we look at the people and society side.
Yes.
How do you feel that sort of fits in with Nikken there as well?
Well, for me, I think, look where we are. For starters, the Nikken Innovation Centre is on an old coal mine, a coal mining area. This used to be an area of depravity almost, not necessarily highly skilled work. The Advanced Manufacturing Park, the AMRC, the Training Centre, we all work collectively as a unit and with a number of the other businesses around the area to start upskilling people and training them in these advanced techniques. And the better trained our people are, the more they're going to understand how important each element of the manufacturing process is to the environment and to sustainability. Absolutely. So for us, it's key, absolutely key. And you can see that even through where we're located.
I was going to say, you hit the nail on the head there, coming in today, I said this park is kind of innovation city, isn't it, really, with the aerospace and I guess some automotive. There's a lot of industry innovation centres, I would say, here, are they? And do people come through the door here as well? And
Exactly, but I think given the history, particularly of the area, we're having to train. So training is a massive part of what we do. I mean, this centre, again, for us as Nikken, we offer training to our own internal teams, not only on our product, but also on manufacturing in general. But we encourage partners to use the facility. If you're doing some CAD/CAM programming training, for example, if you come and run that here, you can step out of the training room onto the suite of machine tools and see real world.
And I think this is exciting engineering as well. This has got to excite all people to come and think, crikey, engineering is fantastic. And this is, I think the industry is struggling to a degree with getting people involved in it. But when you see this type of, this is the future of engineering, with this technology, it's exciting. I think that should be shouted about a lot.
Absolutely. And for me, engineers love to solve problems. So we take each problem as a challenge. We love it when people walk through the door and say, well, I'm having a problem with this or a problem with that, or my tools aren't lasting too long, or I've got too many setups. Can we reduce the number of setups? We have a team of engineers here. That's their bread and butter. That's what makes them tick. And you're right, it's exciting.
I think you've really answered sort of some great aspects of the sustainability. Is there anything you want to add to that, Nathan, before we sort of wrap up on that?
Not really, other than an open invitation to, again, say, thank you for coming to visit today. Great to see you, but if anybody else listening wants to come and have a look around our innovation centre, then please do drop us a line.
Well, I'll definitely be back.
Looking forward to it, Jason.
Many thanks for your time, Nathan. It's been great.
Thank you very much.
Look forward to seeing you next time.
See you soon.
Cheers out. Thanks.